Everyone, I hope you are doing well, and welcome to another video about French and French people in France. Today I'm going to tell you about kids in France and families. I'm going to tell you about how many kids French people have. So this is something really interesting. This is my kid here. I don't want him to wake up, otherwise I might not be able to finish the video. And as you can see, I'm in this small playground, so you can see parents over there, the mother with 2 kids. Here there's another, probably the father with 3 kids. Here is the grandfather playing with the grandkid. So how many kids do French people have? If you look at the birth rate, I think in France about 2.3 kids for a couple. For 2 people is 2.3 or 2.4. As compared to the rest of Europe, it means the population is renewing itself, and it's even a little bit above. We say that the renewal rate is 2.1 because 2 people should have 2 people, and then 0.1 because there will be some people who die, so it's 2.1 to renew the population. And that's the rate, but in fact this rate doesn't take into account all the immigration. So even you have only like 2 instead of 2.1, the population will renew itself because you have then immigration that come, and in which percentage, who knows, it's up to the country and up to the event. Now all over Europe you have these policies that always tell people, oh, it's terrible, we need immigration because people don't have enough kids. So we need immigration. And if you look at different European countries, the birth rate in percentage, for instance, for Germany, it was more about 1.8 or 1.7, and is still below 2. And France was the only country in Europe where it was above 2. Why is that? Because we have many French people from immigration, first generation or second generation, and these guys, they come here, they have more kids. When you walk on the street in France, then you can notice very well who are the people based on how many kids they have. So if you go to Versailles or if you go to traditional French cities, you have maybe some traditional French people who are religious. They go to the church on Sunday. They have several children. They usually have, in the past they would have like 6 kids or 7 kids. Now they usually have 3 children or 4 children. And as you can see, this guy here, I don't know him, but I just see he has 3 kids and he's rather young, so I guess he's a white guy, so I guess he's probably traditional family, religious, something like this. Now there could be another explanation why people have 3 kids. Maybe he's just there, he got married once and he divorced and he married a second time, so he's keeping both his own kid from the first wedding and then the new kid from the second wedding. So this could be another explanation. Now, French people from immigration, they usually have either from Africa or from Asian countries. They usually have many kids, and it's interesting because you see here in France, I can see many Chinese people, many Asian and many Chinese people. In China, it's limited normally to 1 kid. Now they have the possibility to have 2 kids. Now the one-child policy is over, but when they come to France, they usually have 3 to 4 kids. Now you cannot generalize. Everything that I'm telling you is based on my perception and how I see the things here, but I'm quite sure about what I'm saying because my wife is Chinese, so about Chinese people I know how it is. I see the people around, and of course you have everything and nothing. You have also many young people now in France. They don't marry, they stay single. I mean, original French people. Now the one from immigration, usually because they are religious, they have religion, they have a different education, and they will usually marry and get several kids. People like me, you see, my parents only got 2 kids because we are not traditional French people. We are not religious. The people like me, they're usually from the left wing, based on the family. If you can see, they only have 2 kids or 1 kid. they are usually the one, traditionally, especially the age of my parents, they would be the one who are from the left wing, and they don't believe in big families, they don't go to the church, they don't follow these kind of values, you know. So it's interesting that you have different people in one country, and you need to analyze, and that's what people will do. They will see you, they will look at your face, they will look at your clothes, they will look if you have a dog, if you don't have a dog, they will look at your name, family name, first name, they will look at the number of kids you have, and then based on this they will shape their opinion. And it is true that you can know exactly what type of person is this guy, what type of person is that guy. Oh, he's probably a traditional, from a French traditional religious family because he has 4 or 5 kids, and I can see he's white, and I can see from the way he's dressed also, okay. Oh, he's certainly from immigration, first generation or second generation, and therefore he has 3 or 4 or 5 kids, okay. Oh, this guy is more like maybe bachelor or more left wing because he has only 1 kid or 2 kids. Of course you cannot generalize, but I think it's interesting to see this. Now you should know also about immigration and population. That's something very interesting, and I will show you the graph sometimes. So if you look at the history of the birth rate, if you look maybe in year 2000, it was below 2. It was below 2. It was maybe 1.8, 1.7, because there was not so much immigration. And now, if you look at the graph for birth rate, it's probably 2.5 or 2.6, because the immigration is way bigger, and there has been immigration for the last decades. And then these guys now are French national, and now they have kids. So you can see this of course is this. What I'm telling you is taboo. There are many subjects that are taboo in France, and in fact I don't know why it is taboo. I know why it is taboo, and I will tell you this in another video. I know why it is taboo, but you should not discuss this, because in France that's how it is. People don't discuss this. Me, I'm telling you about this because I think you and I should discuss everything. Why? Because I tell this to you because then you can understand, and if you are staying in France, you need to understand how it is. And also we should discuss it freely, because I think people are adults, and they are able to decide for themselves and by themselves, and in order to decide they need to have all the data, and they are able to understand how things are. You shouldn't tell them, oh, this is like this. Don't brainwash them. They are no kids. They are adults. They are able to think for themselves. I'm going to leave you for now. I will talk to you next time. Take care, everyone. See you next time.